Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. We in here today, man. We in here today. We got a good show. We back at you. Finally back at ya. And we got a good show. Of course, you guys know I got my boy B right here. Brad is always in the
Hello.
house. You know what I mean? And we had a really good show. It means a lot to us today. We got a special guest from the community in here today with us. His name is Jesse Dawson. He came through to share with us some of the stuff of what he's been doing in the community and this book. This book is awesome. It needs this. You got to give it a round of applause for the book. We
Thank
got
you.
Jesse in here today. Hey, how you doing, Jesse?
Thank
What's
you.
going
I'm doing
on, man?
amazing. How are you?
Ah, man, we good. We good, man. We're good, man. I'm glad you came through. I'm glad you
Thank
spent
you.
some time with us, man, to so that we can bring some light to this. As I read the book before, it's an awesome book, man,
I appreciate
and it's right on time. Especially when I first read it, was like right in the middle of the COVID,
it.
and I saw some of the stuff that I see that I can relate to in the book. You know what I mean? You can really relate to some of this stuff in the book. But let's just get right into it, man. First off, what we're going to do is, first we're going to let you introduce yourself
Okay.
a little bit and tell them like a little bit about what you do, and then we'll get right into it. Just tell the world, look right in the camera, tell them what's happening.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you guys. I really appreciate you having me here. I'm very
Nice.
grateful for that.
Amen.
My name is Jesse Dawson. I'm a local artist, writer. I was born in San Diego and moved up to Vista maybe about 6 years ago.
Nice.
And now it's Oceanside for the last 4 or so.
Nice. That's what's up, man.
And I always try to write. I've been writing since I was a little kid, but maybe 4 years ago, I just became brave enough to actually pursue it and try to get a book published. And this is my first book published. So,
Amen. And since just speaking on that real quick too, it's a lot of stuff that when we do our shows, a lot of stuff that we like to talk about. You said a main one of my words is bravery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot because a lot of times that fear is what stops a lot of people from being successful,
Stops
man.
everybody, yeah.
They're afraid to succeed or they're afraid to fail. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things I want to applaud you, man. Once again, getting over that fear, man. Get over that fear. Because fear, I remember when I first started studying it myself, I was reading Les Brown and it said fear. All fear is it's FEAR, and fear is it's false evidence appearing real. And it is some false stuff, some false things that you might think of appears real. I'm scared in my mind, and get past that stuff, and then you come out with a book, published author,
Well, see, the one thing that's the scariest thing is regret. I don't want to, have my life pass me and say, well, I was scared to put out this book.
Amen.
If it fails, it fails.
Right.
If it, it is what it is.
But if you
And
help,
we can learn from that.
that's
Exactly. And then you become better and put out a better book next time.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right. And like you said, I don't think it with this book can't fail. If you touch one kid's life with this book, it's well worth it.
It's worth it to me.
And I know for a fact you've touched some kids' life with the book already at the Oceanside School District. You know what I mean? I know some of my people over in the district read the book. Eric and his daughter loves the book, man.
And the stories you tell me, that's what keeps me going.
Amen.
Because it's hard to stay motivated all the time to write the books and then self-promote, do it all myself. And those are the stories that, keep me up and they keep me going all the time. And I love hearing that.
So Brad, you want to jump in one of the questions?
Yeah. What inspired you to write this book?
Funny you say that. So we're talking about fear, and I love facing my fears. I love being scared. I love just feeling uncomfortable. I love putting myself there to see what's on the side. Who am I?
Right.
So facing my last fear, I believe, was if I could live on my own. And they say the hardest place to live on your own is New York. So I moved from here to Brooklyn. I didn't know anybody. So one day I was alone in my room, and I didn't really have anyone I didn't have anybody to talk to or call or anything. So I was super lonely, super just feeling by myself. And a blue jay flies in the window, lands, and he drops a seed on my pillow.
Wow.
Like a little seed. And he stayed there for a bit and dropped the seed, and then he flew off. And this just brought feeling of Mother Nature, feeling of home, feeling of connection. Everything brought everything back to me. So it inspired me to write the book. So I wrote this story and the events that happened after that through the eyes of a little girl. So
Amen.
myself through the eyes of a little girl, and how maybe she would have reacted, and how she would have carried forward. But 90% of it, 99% of it is true. Is actually what I did. So
Wow.
I'm pretty much writing myself through
Wow.
the eyes of a little girl.
Amen.
But just little twists and changes here and there, because obviously I'm not a little girl.
Right. But that's awesome, man. That is
Yeah.
awesome, man. So, okay, so Brooklyn, man, yeah, that's cool. All right, so then, how about? Go ahead.
Well, so I don't want to give too much away, but
Yeah.
so it's about a little girl who is alone and sad in New York. She doesn't have any friends. She's being picked on, and she finds this unusual friend, the blue jay, and so the story goes.
Right, and then, so just a little bit of more kudo. So when she finds the blue jay, how does that blue jay change her? What is the effect that it has on her?
A positive, very loving effect.
Amen.
Reconnecting effect, and it shows her. It reminds her what's important in life. It takes her worries away.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, so how about this? I'm gonna tap into one of the questions here.
Please.
How long have you been writing? Like, how long specifically have you been writing?
Writing. Maybe 13, 14, maybe. But
That's what's up.
before that, obviously in school, but not creative writing. So I really branched off in creative writing maybe 14, and but that was only to myself. I didn't show anybody. I never. It was always to myself. And like I said, maybe this is my first book, so 3 or 4 years ago. This book is, I think, is 2 years old now, but maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I started showing people my work and starting being openly creative and
Right.
believing in myself. And
Right.
what do I have to lose?
Right.
It is what it is.
That's
One
right.
thing that reminds me of, it reminds me from Back to the Future too. And you remember when Marty McFly ran into his dad when he was like younger, and he always did comic books.
Really? No, I haven't seen it.
Oh well, that's what happened. And then he like got brave and then published it and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the story
See,
right there.
there it is,
That's what
right
it is.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you a quick question while we're on this writing. Like, what would you tell an inspiring young kid, like somebody here at Lincoln or somebody in the school district or USD, like, if they, what would you tell them if they wanted to be a writer?
Okay.
Like, what kind of good kudos could you give them? What the road might look like.
If you believe in something, writing is. We'll talk about writing here, but anything. Go for it. Don't hold anything back, and don't listen to anybody.
I heard that.
Don't listen to anybody. People will try to tell you not to do it. They will tell you all the ways why it won't work. But as long as you believe it will work, it will work.
Right.
And you just let yourself, face fear again. And if you're scared, you're on the right path.
That's
Face
right.
that fear and see what's on the other side.
Isn't it funny how people will tell you 6 things that why it won't work when you only need one?
Yeah. No.
only need one. Why it ain't
because
work?
they're scared to do it.
For sure.
If they don't, maybe they want to be a writer, but they didn't face that fear, so then they're going to put that on you.
Right. For
Don't
sure.
let them do that.
Right. That's right. So basically, if anybody out there, you want to be a writer, whatever you want to do,
Whatever.
the road might be scary, right? But it's worth it.
Well, it's going to be, but you're on the right road.
Just jump
That's
on
a
it.
good road, yeah.
And I think I like what you said earlier. The regret. That's what people don't
You
get.
can't shake it.
Man.
That's the scary thing.
You can live with the regret for the rest of
Yeah.
your life.
It scared me to post books so bad, but the fear of regret outweighs the fear of this failing.
That's right.
So
That's right. Hey man, well,
It's
I'm glad
scary
you did the
things.
book. I like the book,
I
for instance,
appreciate
and
that.
I know the kids like the book. So in that case, though, while we're at that, how about Brad? Hit him with one more question.
Where does this money go?
Oh, okay.
Well, first of all, how about we back that up before we get to that one, because
What
we should
would
say
you do with the money?
no, we should say it like this. For instance, where can we get this book at?
Okay. So the book is available right now at Dorrance bookstore.com. DORRANCE bookstore.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can purchase the book there, and it's also available on Amazon.com. The book is available on hardcover, softcover, and Kindle. And before we get into where the money goes, please leave a review if you do like it. It does help, and it does spread the word. The money does not go to me. The money, it actually goes to a conservation in Costa Rica.
Amen.
To protect the scarlet macaw and the great green-winged macaw.
Nice.
So,
So while we tap on that too, let's explain to somebody who may not know what that is in Costa Rica. Like what is that? Like
okay, so the macaws are a parrot species.
Okay.
This specific macaw is the Central American scarlet macaw, and in Costa Rica there's a stronghold of them on the southwestern coast. But obviously, due to human encroachment, deforestation, and the illegal pet trade, their numbers dwindle. But we can do everything we can,
for sure.
to spread the love and bring people like Chris Castles. He runs the macaw conservation of Costa Rica, and they protect scarlet macaws, the Central American species scarlet macaw, and the great green-winged macaw. Because I believe in there may be a few thousand Central American scarlet macaws in Costa Rica, which is dwindling at about 400 or so.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty big too, man. That's big.
Special birds. Yeah.
That is big to be taking care of, giving back and take care of some birds, bro, like that are endangered. And I love it because, like, you're helping out Costa Rica.
Well, I'm doing what I can.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, but every one little piece, of the puzzle makes that puzzle.
It's not me. It's not these organizations, which they're doing wonderful work. Chris Krause is a good man, doing good things. But it's everyone come together and being a group to really change the world.
For sure.
And so just to touch on that, 100% of the profits do go to the macaw conservation of Costa Rica. So it's macawconservation.org. You can check them out. You can donate directly to them, or you can purchase the book, and that money will go to them as well.
Nice. And so I wanted to toss in there too, real quick too. We definitely want to give you a couple of minutes to read a couple of the pages because I like the book. But like, what if someone's out here and this goes out to the district? If there's like elementary schools, middle schools, any other schools, if anybody wanted to have you come in and read that book to the kids, are you willing to do that? Are you available to do that, or would that be something that you could do?
No, you read my mind. That's my goal. I wrote this book in the beginning with the intention to read to children and to, like you said, at least touch one mind, because believe it or not, the book is dedicated to my mother as well as Steve Irwin. I don't know, you remember?
Of course.
You might be too young. Yeah, but the crocodile hunter, man.
Oh, yeah.
He touched me in my life, and he showed me just to love all life and all Mother Nature. He put something in me that I will never forget. So this book is dedicated to him, and there's actually a picture of him.
Nice.
When you read it, you'll see. So he touched this one person, and we'll see how many people this one person can touch. And
Amen.
that's the domino effect,
That's what it's all about.
one, and we'll see who they touch,
That's right. It's like,
So-
boy, cricket, hey, cricket. That's how Steve Irwin, how he
So,
kills it.
yeah, I mean, I would love to reach to the children. That's the goal. is
Amen.
to
So listen, if
spread
anybody
the
out
love.
there, how can they get to you? Like, do you have any
Oh.
social media, or do you have an email for that
I
that
have
they can?
email
You can tell them right now, so they
yeah.
can go back and rewind it.
Jesse Jesse Dawson DWSON at M, the letter M at gmail.com.
So that will be Jesse Dawson M
M
at gmail.com. Okay.
But I also have these I'm gonna leave with you. So
Nice.
it's the synopsis of the book.
Are you gonna put it up a little bit by the camera so
all my
they can't see it over there, but hey,
Okay.
we know what you got.
all my contact info, and this card is actually 100% recycled, and it's 100% vegetable inks on the card.
Nice.
So that's the back of it, that's the front of it. So I'll leave a bunch with you guys. Yeah, please.
Amen.
I'll leave a bunch with you guys. And,
Nice.
if you want to stop by Mr. Mark's office, he'll have them. You can grab them from him.
I think what I'm gonna do is take a couple of them to the district office as well, drop them off to some of my colleagues over there too.
Oh, for sure.
And then when we have our next meeting, I will give some to the other after-school program providers.
Oh,
and they
definitely.
have elementary schools too, just as well. And they'll be more than happy to have you come through, man. As long as you take care of the protocols. If they have the COVID protocols over there,
Yeah.
do COVID protocols, all that, sign in at the front desk, do all that stuff you need to do. But I mean, I believe it'll be awesome because I love it. You know, like just reading the book. What I like about the book is that it does spread love. You know what I mean? And it does
Appreciate
give you
that.
that whole idea of what love should look like.
I really appreciate that. Means the world to me.
You know what I mean?
I did
Yeah.
my best.
And
Yeah.
it's an awesome book, man.
Oh.
I don't really give it up too easy like that. If it was a piece of junk, a piece of junk. But it's an awesome book,
I
man.
appreciate that.
And,
And you know, just real quick, I tried to do my best to write it in a way where it can be enjoyed by all levels. So the younger kids, I partnered with a very talented illustrator. So the pictures hopefully will, you know,
Right.
hold their attention.
Pull over this way a little bit so we can see the camera. Yeah,
My bad.
right there. Yeah.
So the pictures will hold the younger mind's attention, the minds that are maybe just before reading level.
Uh-huh.
And then I tried to do my best to choose my words very carefully and fun and playfully.
Sure.
So the new readers, the readers that are just becoming on their reading journey, actually enjoy it and want to turn a page. So I wrote it for them, and then the message can be comprehended and understood by the younger minds,
Right.
as well as maybe the adult reading to the child. So I tried to write it for everybody. The little girl's 8 years old, but I tried to write it from 8 to 80.
Uh-huh. And you know what? I would like you to introduce you to Jacob. He goes here. He writes like books and stuff. He does little story novels and stuff like that. I got a lot of his pictures over there. But he reminds me of where you at. Like he loves to write, and his mind is there, man. He's sparked with writing, and he just goes all over with it. He may do things where the guy is the infected dude or whatever, but it's the point of how his mind operates.
Yeah.
I mean, making chapters after chapter, it's like your own world, man.
Yeah.
And you bring it to life.
And this is the time to nurture that in a child.
Right.
And inspire them that it's possible. Don't give up on it.
And
Don't
then
give up.
we also have Edwina Williams too. She's over at Miracosta, Professor. She does literacy stuff a lot, man. And I wish I could have got you both on the same show. Maybe we can redo that with the Activate
Sure.
with my other show. But if we get you both on the same show, because she does like literacy, huge at Miracosta. And one thing I love about this is what we have to understand is like by me being here at the school, I know Brad sees it too. Some of these kids, they're not really reading up to par, man.
But it's not because they can't. It's just that they're not interested. And the question is, how do you get them interested?
Right.
How do you get them interested?
Right.
And I did my best here. I'll let everyone be the judge of that. But
For sure.
just how you get them interested.
And that's the way it is, man. We got to start getting some stuff that make them interesting, because I tell you a story I said I had before. I had kids when we were doing cooking club, where I had this student that were writing the ingredients down and looked back and they were drawing the ingredients on the board. I didn't want to embarrass anybody at that point in time or nothing. But after we were done, I had asked, like, hey, that was nice drawing. What's up with the drawing? They didn't have a problem with telling me, hey, Mr. Mark, I can't spell too well, but I can draw real good. And I was like,
I
you
like
can't.
that.
You
I
feel me?
like that.
Like, look, they drew an onion, and it was so beautiful. The onion was perfectly drawn, but the onion also had the little lines where, like, it was giving off gas on the board right there. We were doing cilantro. We're doing our salsa. But so, and I think like things like this, like you said, this will get people or students motivated, hopefully interested in reading, because like they don't understand, man, like if you can't read, man, life can be difficult for you nowadays, especially, I know you got your little phone do everything, but can you believe Siri? Because Siri done took me on some bum raps before. I ended up somewhere else on a dead end road, like, I can't depend on you, Siri.
Yeah, you don't have your phone, and then what,
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So, Brad, you got anything else you want to add? Because we usually do 15 minutes, but we're already at 20, and we still want to. What I want to do is, I want you to at least just read like the first 2 pages out of the book or something, just a couple pages out of the book after Brad gives you another question.
No more questions. I don't have any more questions.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. I think we knocked them out too. So the book is called The Seed.
I was going to tell you also, I forgot the goal. So just so you know where the money's going, the idea is to buy deforested land, agricultural land, buy it back and reforest it so the macaws and all the other wildlife has a place to be, food, secure habitat, you know.
For sure,
So
secure
we can
habitat.
make sure that the next generations can see these magical birds, you know.
Amen.
And if you don't know, the macaw, M-A-C-A-W, gorgeous bird. Look it up on the online if you don't, know what it is, but definitely worth protecting.
Nice
as all
bird.
that is.
I can dig it, you know what I mean? So, all right, so let's just jump into it right now because we're about 20 minutes. We try to keep them to 20. Can you give us a couple pages? Don't matter, whichever page you decide, man. Just, we
Well,
want
I'll
to hear.
give you.
Oh, what's your favorite one?
Yeah,
I can't go too deep. I'll give you the first one, and I'll give you a little bit of second.
for sure.
Is
Let's
that
do
all
it.
right?
That's perfect. Let's hear what we got.
I don't want to give anything away here. All right. So, let me tell you the story of a little lady named Leilani Love. In the furthest corner, in the last seat of her last row, in the last minute of her last class, sat little Leilani Love. Now, little Leilani was a beautiful girl with a beautiful heart, but in this world, she was alone.
Mm.
No one understood her. No one called her a friend. No one saw her tears meet her cheeks in.
Let
That's
Brad,
all you get.
Brad, put that picture up for us.
Oh, okay.
Man, put Leilani up in there
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
It might be like the
great
fourth.
illustration too, man. That's awesome,
see,
man.
The thing is, I wish I
Draw 'em
could,
on
could
in.
draw and could spell.
Yeah.
That's why I wish I could draw like that.
We drew him on in with that.
Yeah.
All right, see, that's little Leilani. She already crying up in there. I can dig it, man. It's an awesome book. Awesome book. So listen, we want to thank you for tapping in with us. Once again, STAAR Podcast. I got my boy Brad over here, Brad H. We had Jesse Dawson came in today with the book The Seed. I really appreciate you, man. Listen, you guys go out and get that book. Amazon. It's on. Oh yeah. How much does it? I mean, I don't really. I mean, how much is roundabout does a book cost?
I mean, less than 20.
Oh,
I believe
okay,
it's a
good,
price
good.
range, less than 20.
For sure.
Get them 10, 20 bucks now.
Nice. So, I mean, great investment for your child. You know what I mean? 10, 15, 20 bucks.
And we will have these at Mr. Mark's office. So if you want to pick them up, my info's on there.
For sure. So I got all the contact information. And if you guys need them, come through, read your kids in the at school in the groups.
Please.
Hit me
I'll
up.
be there. Yeah.
It'll be perfect for you. All right.
Thank you.